What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Zay Moolah Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. And man, on today's video, as y'all see their score. The Titans lost again, still making the same dumb and stupid mistakes that's cost us to lose all season long. And y'all, we just gotta face the facts. This era of Titans football is over. It's done, it's finished, it's a wrap. And the reason that I get so upset about this is because I knew this day was coming, but the Titans organization was not ready to admit that this day was going to come. Because if they were, instead of signing all these little backup free agents that we did, thinking that these dudes were going to come and actually do something, we would have actually embraced a full rebuild, but we didn't. We kept Tannehill, we kept Henry, we kept Kevin Byard, we kept Nico Autry. Then we go out and sign Andre Dillon to a horrible contract. Azeez Al-Shire, he's been very inconsistent. We signed him. Daniel Brunskill, he's been solid, nothing spectacular. This team is an absolute mess right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all this, man. It is time to figure out the future of this franchise. It really is. Because if we don't, y'all, we're gonna be right back to where we were from 2009 to 2015. An irrelevant, boring, old team that was nowhere close to competing for anything. That's where this franchise is headed. Do y'all realize, man, we barely got any young dudes on this team that we actually know can carry this franchise? We know we got one for sure. That's my man, Big Jeff. I know Big Jeff, man, last week he injured his shoulder. Then yesterday, he didn't really do anything. But we know Big Jeff, hey, that's a superstar right there. Tyjae Spears, I told y'all about this kid, man. Tyjae Spears is a freaking beast. Oh, my goodness, this dude is so dynamic, so electric with the football in his hands. Yeah, that's our future running back right there. Man, this kid is freaking good. So shout out to Rand for that pick. Because we have not had a running back this explosive since Chris Johnson. And y'all know Chris Johnson, man, that's been years ago now. We have nobody on this team, y'all, that we know can help elevate this franchise for years to come. Literally, Tyjae, Big Jeff, Peter Skoronski, our left guard, love him, and Roger McCray, our nickel cornerback. Outside of those four guys, who in the world is going to be on this team next year? I really want y'all to answer that for me. Who's going to be on this team next year that you're confident in? Traylon Burks, he ain't shown nothing. All he does is get injured. Then when he's on the field, he's dropping passes. Tannehill will not be on this team next year. Henry will not be on this team next year. Kevin Byard will not be on this team next year. Nico Autry won't be on this team next year. Harold Landry, I don't even think he'll be on this team next year. Christian Fulton, no. Sean Murphy-Bunting, absolutely not. Azeez Al-Shire, probably not. Y'all, we have nothing to build around. We have absolutely nothing to build around. Look at these freaking stats right here, y'all. The Ravens outgained us by 127 yards. They went 8 of 16 on third down. We went 1 of 9. 1 of 9, y'all. 1 of 9. And you allow your opponent to convert 50% of their third downs? And you think you're going to win a game like that? Look at the total plays, y'all. 70 total plays from them to only 46. You know how big of a gap that is in the NFL? They darn near outsnapped us by 30 snaps, y'all. That is absolutely pathetic. All them more opportunities they have to score the football. Because this offense is just absolutely horrible. We have to figure out the future of this franchise. Because right now we don't have any. We don't have anything right now, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm ready to see Will Levis play. Will Levis should be the starting quarterback for the rest of the season. Period. I don't want to see Tannehill. I don't want to see Malik Willis. Will Levis should be the starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans these remainder 11 games. We need to trade Tannehill, trade Derrick Henry, trade Kevin Byard. Listen, y'all. Those three names that I just said, it's going to hurt to get rid of them. Because those three guys, man, played a big role for our team and getting us back to the national spotlight. Because from 2009 to 2015, this team was absolutely a joke. We were an irrelevant football team. Average, very mediocre. That's it, y'all. 7-9, 8-8, 6-10, 8-8, 7-9, 7-9. That's it. Then we even had a couple years from 14, we went 2-14. 15, we went 3-13. So from 2009 to 2015, we were what, y'all? A very bad to mediocre team. That is the worst place to be in the NFL. The only two things you need to be doing in the NFL as an organization, you either need to be one, competing for a Super Bowl, or two, you need to be rebuilding. That's it. You cannot be doing this in-between mess that we're trying to do right now. Before the season even started, I did not want these veteran players, I did not want these veteran players to still be on the team. Because I saw the writing on the wall last year. We aren't winning anything with these guys. So why in the world will we keep them on a freaking team? Come on, y'all. We love these guys, man. Tannehill, Henry, Kevin Byard, and Nico Autry. We love these dudes, Christian Fulton even. Because they've all played a big role as to why this team the last few years has had as much success as we have had. But it's done. It's finished. This team is so close, y'all. We are so close to being what we were like 14, 15 years ago. I'm telling y'all, we are very close. As I mentioned, that 2009 to 15 period, that's where this team is headed right now. If we don't figure out what the heck is going on in Nashville, Tennessee, we got to figure this out. I don't want to see no more of these veteran players play anymore. I know what they are at this point. We need to see these young guys. I'm ready to see Will Levis. I need to be able to evaluate Will Levis, so that way I can know if he's our future at quarterback or not. I want to see Tyjae Spears start because I think he's the future of running back. So let's start him. Because, y'all, when you look at this team right now, think about all the needs that this roster has. We need a tackle at the bare minimum. Because, listen, Nicholas Petit-Frere, and oh my God, y'all see that horrible illegal formation penalty that he had yesterday? Now, he did play kind of well. I'll give him that. But that penalty was absolutely ridiculous. Andre Dillard stinks. So a bare minimum, we're going to need a right tackle. Because Chris Hubbard, obviously, listen, Chris Hubbard has played okay, but he's not the future at right tackle. So if we do keep Nicholas Petit-Frere at left tackle, we're going to need a right tackle. We're going to need a center because Aaron Brewer is just not good enough. He's too small to be even playing offense. He's too small, to even be playing center in the National Football League. So we need a tackle, we need a center, and we need a guard. Because Daniel Brunskill is only on a one-year deal, and he's already 29, so he's not the future. So that's already three positions we need: a tackle, a center, and a guard. This offensive line stinks. The only good player on this offensive line right now is Peter Skoronski. So that, hey, listen, y'all, that's already three needs we have right there. Then at quarterback, that's why I said I want to see Will Levis play the rest of the season. So that way we can evaluate him and see what we got. It is time. I'm ready to see Will Levis play. I wanted him to start from day one. But that was just me. A lot of people didn't want that. I was one of the ones saying, listen, we need to trade Tannehill, Henry, and Kevin Byard while we can. Because I knew we weren't going to win with them. And this the last year of their deals anyways. So why play around with this thing? Just go ahead and tear the house down. Don't tear half of it down. Just tear that whole darn thing down. But we didn't do it. We played around. We thought, hey, let's keep Tannehill. Let's keep him. Let's keep Kevin Byard. Let's sign Arden Key, who's basically being non-existent. Outside of that New Orleans Saints game, Arden Key hasn't done anything. Let's sign Sean Murphy-Bunting, who, although he had an interception yesterday, Sean Murphy-Bunting has been very inconsistent. He's only been okay at best. Let's sign Azeez Al-Shaair, who has not played well outside of that Bengals game. We're going to sign to Andre Dillard. Andre Dillard was a freaking backup left tackle with the fifth. Bruh, we really thought Andre Dillard was going to be able to be a quality starting left tackle? He couldn't even do that with the Eagles. And the Eagles got the best offensive line coach in the freaking league. They got like the best of player. They have the best player development staff in the entire NFL. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles, all those freaking quality players they got up and down that roster. They got dudes off the practice squad that can freaking contribute for them because they know how to develop players. He couldn't even do anything for the Eagles, and we thought he was going to come here and become a good left tackle. Daniel Brunskill, he was a freaking backup right guard with the San Francisco 49ers. So I'm going to tell y'all, this is what we did in the offseason. We basically signed other teams' backups thinking they were going to come here and be good starters. And we kept the rest of the team the same. Oh, and then we did sign DeAndre Hopkins. And D-Hop, that's my boy right there. Y'all know I love me some freaking DeAndre Hopkins. That dude's a superstar right there still. I just hate this being wasted on a team that should be rebuilding, but is too afraid to rebuild. Look at these darn stats again, y'all. 1 of 9 on third down. 1 of 9. We got outgained by 127 freaking yards. Like I said earlier, they had darn near 30 more plays than us. 24 more plays. And we allowed 6 sacks. And Malik Willis, man, oh my gosh, what in the world was Malik Willis doing, y'all? 4 sacks on one drive? And then even we got freaking in the goal line, man. What was he doing? You can't take a sack right there. Throw the ball away. Ooh, y'all, let me take a deep breath. Let me take a deep breath because, man, I'm really, 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 really upset because I knew this day was coming. I knew it was coming. Even a couple weeks ago, y'all, when we beat the Cincinnati Bengals, what did I tell y'all? I said, yeah, it was a great win. But why is this team so inconsistent? This is not a good football team. And I know a couple weeks ago, everybody was like, oh, yeah, Titans. I was like, no, we're not. Because good football teams don't do this, y'all. They don't do no roller coaster. They stay even Steven. When you look at the Chiefs, you look at the Eagles, even though they lost yesterday, the 49ers, even though they lost yesterday, they're consistent week in, week out. They might have moments during the game where they don't make certain plays. But they don't go games, y'all. Literally, this team, every single game this season, we've been inconsistent. I still don't even know how we beat the Chargers. So when you ask me, we should be 1-5. Because the Chargers absolutely choked that game away. This team is an absolute mess, y'all. It's time to move on from these veteran players. We got to flip it's time to flip the darn book and open up a new book, a new generation, a new chapter in Titans football. Because this one is over. It's done with. We knew this day was coming. But the organization did not want to admit that this day was coming. We knew it was coming. Y'all, we knew this day was coming. We have no future. No future right now. We are the worst place you could be in the NFL. Because we are very bad to mediocre at best at times. Sometimes this team looks somewhat decent. But it's the worst position to be in football. Like I told y'all earlier, the only two things you need to be doing in the National Football League as an organization, either y'all need to be competing or you need to be what? You need to be rebuilding. That's it. You can't be doing this in between mess. Oh, well, we're going to kind of compete, but we're going to try to rebuild at the same time. No. This team is not going anywhere. It's time to play these young guys. I'm ready to see Will Levis. I want to see Tajay start. I want to see maybe what we got in the Colton Dow. I want to see him play. I'm done with these veteran players. Why do I need to keep watching them play for what? They're not going to be on this team next year. And listen, y'all, I get it. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt getting rid of Tannehill and Henry and Bayard. Because like I said earlier, man, these dudes have played a big role as to why this franchise has had the success it's had the last few seasons. But don't nobody care about that because that's in the past now. We did not get it done. At the end of the day, in the NFL, it's a business, and you are judged by what, y'all? Wins and losses. We did not get it done. So whatever excuses y'all want to say, well, it was because of this, it was because of injuries or whatever, I don't care. This organization has failed us. As a fan base, the organization has failed us. And because the organization has failed, this team has failed, this roster has failed. But it's okay because we can correct it. But the only way you can correct something, y'all, you got to first admit that it's a problem. That needs to be corrected. It's over, y'all. In the words of Kenny the Jet Smith, it's over. It's over. It is time for a new era of Tennessee Titans football. I'm ready to see Will Levis be I want Will Levis to be the quarterback of this team. I'm ready to get a good look at Will. I've had a look at Tannehill. We know who he is. I've had a look at Malik. I'm ready to get a good look at Will Levis so I can start evaluating him. So we as fans can evaluate him. And then as an organization, Rand, Miss Amy, and Mike can start evaluating him. Because we need to know, is he the guy or do we need to start loading up for the 2024 draft class and start scouting these young quarterbacks that's in this draft class? Because like I said earlier, y'all, we know we need a tackle. We need a guard. We need a center. We need a wide receiver. We need 2 corners. We need a new safety. We need a superstar edge rusher. We don't have any of that. Wide receiver is just D-Hop. We don't know what Treylon Burks is because all he does is stay healthy. When he's on the field, he's dropping passes. Christian Fulton ain't going to be on this team. He's not a number 1 corner. Sean Murphy-Bunting is not going to be on this team next year. He's only average at best. Kevin Byard's not going to be on this team, so we need a safety. Let me repeat. We need a left tackle, a guard, a center, wide receiver. Really, we need a wide receiver 2 and 3, and probably even a wide receiver 1 because I'm going to be honest, y'all, and I hope this doesn't happen, but at this point, what's the point of keeping D-Hop on the team? He's 31. This team ain't going nowhere. D-Hop don't deserve to be in this mess. He deserves to be on a team that's contending. We ain't contending for nothing. We the worst team in the AFC South. We are the worst team in our own division. Think about how quick things can change, y'all. Just 2 years ago in 2021, we were out of shadow without the best team in the AFC South. Just two little years later, we're the worst team in this division. The worst team in this division. 2 years ago, we were the kings of this division. Now we absolutely the bottom feeders. Why is that? Because we did not progress. And the NFL done. Listen, y'all, the rest of the teams in the NFL, woo, they're going right by us. Even these darn teams down our own division, y'all. When you look at the freaking Jaguars, look at the young playmakers, the young stars they got. Obviously, we know they got Trevor Lawrence, but they got Travis Etienne, Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, Tank Bigsby, Anton Harrison. On defense, Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, Andre Cisco, Tyson Campbell, Devin Lloyd, Chad Muma. The Colts, Anthony Richardson, Josh Downs, Jonathan Taylor, Quentin Nelson, Shaquille Leonard, Juju Brents, Kenny Moore, Michael Pittman Jr., Braden Smith. You look at the Texans, they got what? CJ Stroud, Hank Dale, Nico Collins, Kenyon Green when he's healthy, Laramie Tunsil, Will Anderson Jr., Derek Stingley Jr., Jalen Petrie, Jonathan Grenard. And then you look at the Titans, what young players that we got? Tajay, Peter Skoronski, Traylon Burks, but he's always injured. Chig, all of a sudden, Chig Okonkwo, he can't catch the freaking football this year either, like Traylon. Nicholas Petit-Frere, we still don't know what he is, honestly. That was his first game yesterday back from that suspension. Big Jeff, that's a star player right there. We don't got, look at these other teams in our division, y'all. Listen to players I just named. These teams in our division, the Colts, Jaguars, Texans, they all got players that's going to be on these teams for the next 5+ years. We don't even have that. We don't even have that right now. We are so far behind in our own division, and we are way behind when it comes to the rest of the league. It's time for this organization to face the facts. This team is just not good, and it's time to rebuild. We should have listen. I told y'all this, man. We should have rebuilt this season, but we didn't. We went out and signed all these dudes, and we thought they were really going to do something. We kept the same darn team. Come on, y'all. Ain't that the definition of insanity? Just continue to do the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it ain't netting you any different results. We getting the same results, man. Hearing the same stuff from these players week after week after week. We in our last 13 games, we are 2-11. 2-11 in our last 13 games. Think about that, y'all. The freaking Houston Texans got more wins than we do in the last 13 games. They already got 3 wins in 6 games this year. We got 2 wins in our last 13 games. For a franchise that literally 2 years ago was the #1 seed in the AFC, 12-5. And now 2 years later, we're 2-11 in our last 13 games. Got one of the worst offenses in the entire league. The offensive line stinks. The quarterback and running back are old. This defense is very average. We don't have a #1 corner. We don't got a #2 corner. Our safety, Kevin Byard, he's getting older. He ain't making plays like he used to. Harold Landry is not making plays. Arden Key has only had 1 great game, and that was week 1 against the Saints. As he's outshining Jack Gibbons, man, at linebacker. They cannot feel their gas whatsoever. They keep taking horrible angles at ball handlers. Come on, y'all. Really? Really? And the thing, some of y'all actually thought that we could compete and win this division. And we're the worst team in this division. Woo, y'all got me sweating, man. Y'all got a brother sweating. Because this is absolutely ridiculous. So I want to show y'all something, man. This is what Mike had to say about Ryan Tannehill. Ian Rappaport tweeted this out. So this is what Mike said. Titans coach Mike Vrabel tells reporters that quarterback Ryan Tannehill's ankle injury is similar to last year, and they'll make a decision on his availability after the bye. No word yet on if it will be Malik Willis or Will Levis if Tannehill can't go. We got to see what we got in him, y'all. We traded up for him. We traded up to get him for a reason. We traded up to take Will Levis for a reason. You don't trade your 3rd round pick in next year's draft to go up and get a guy, and then you don't even play him. This is the perfect opportunity. We're 2-4. Tannehill's injured. We need to see what we got. Like I told y'all, I'm ready to see Will Levis play. Because while some of y'all did not like Will Levis coming out of college, I did. Okay. I was one of the ones that said, listen, I didn't want to take him at pick 11. But in the second round, we getting Will Levis, a talent like him, 6'3", 229 pounds, cannon for an arm, y'all. Freaking cannon for an arm. And he's mobile. Unlike Tannehill. Tannehill can't even freaking run no more. Will Levis can run, he can juke you, and he'll truck you over. So y'all heard it here first. Zay, man, wants Will Levis to start. He got my vote of confidence. I'm ready to see Will Levis play. Excuse me. I'm ready to see these other young guys play. Excuse me. I'm going to take my scarf off because I'm sweating like crazy. But y'all know, man, especially when it comes to my Titans, man, I get fired up about this stuff. Because I know that it's time to flip the page. And the rest of y'all Titans fans out there, y'all knew this too. Y'all knew it. Y'all, it's time to move on. Let me get close to this camera. It's time to move on. It's okay. We didn't win a Super Bowl, y'all. Move on. It happens. We saw the Lions do it. The Lions moved off of Matthew Stafford. They moved on from him. From Trey Flowers. They got rid of a lot of bad contracts they had in Detroit. And look at the Lions now. Young playmakers. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aiden Hutchinson, Jerry Jacobs, Kirby Joseph. Look at them, man. Alex Anzalone. Look at the Lions. The Eagles did it. They got rid of Carson Wentz. They got rid of Alshon Jeffrey. They got rid of their veterans. Look at the Eagles now. Young players. Jalen Carter. Nolan Smith. A.J. Brown. Obviously, they traded him. We ain't going to get into that. Devontae Smith. DeAndre Swift. Jalen Hurts. Jordan Mailata. Tyler Steen. Landon Dickerson. Look at the Eagles, y'all. Look what the Bengals did. They got rid of A.J. Green, Geno Atkins, Andy Dalton, Andrew Whitworth. Look at them now. Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Cam Taylor-Britt, Trey Henderson, DJ Reader, B.J. Hill, Sam Hubbard. It's okay. It's okay, Titans fans. We did not get it done. But when you don't get it done with your same group of players, it's time to move on from said players. And it's time to start a new chapter. And hopefully, y'all, in this new chapter, the Titans can get it done. Because right now, this team is nowhere close. Nowhere close to competing for anything. Like I stated, we're the worst team in our division. All these other teams got so much young talent. And I look at this, we ain't got none. And speaking of another young guy, before I get up out of here, Kyle Phillips, yeah, dude. Man, bro, you stink. I mean, think about a guy that was supposed to be. Remember when we drafted Kyle Phillips, everybody like, oh my God. Man, this dude is so shifty. He's so elusive. He's going to make so many plays for the Titans. You kidding me? This dude can't even freaking catch a darn punt. And what really ticked me off about that is because it seemed like he was indecisive. It seemed like he didn't know if he was going to actually return or if he was going to fair catch it. Drop the freaking ball. What the Ravens do? Kick a darn field goal. So that's 3 free points they got from doing nothing. 3 free points the Ravens got from doing nothing. All because Kyle Phillips don't even catch a freaking punt. So we got that going for us too. Just all around, man, this team is just a hot mess. And Rand, Miss Amy, and I don't even want to say Mike because I don't even know if Mike and these coaches are going to be back next year. Because, y'all, we having another losing season. And it's gonna be I predicted before the season 7-10. So let's say we go 7-10. Now we went 7-10 last year. 14-20. Ain't no way Miss Amy letting that slide. Miss Amy is not letting that slide. She told y'all, man. She's ready for this team to meet what? The higher aspirations that she has. She said she was ready to be an elite team and compete with the big boys, the Chiefs, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Seahawks. She told y'all that. It's time for a change, man. Y'all know that Ty Dolla song from a few years ago? Baby, give me something new. Titans, come give me something new, man, because I'm done. It's time for a new era in Tennessee Titans football. Started by quarterback Will Levis, Tyjae Spears, Roger McCreary defensively. Still got Big Jeff. But other than that, Peter Skoronski at left guard. Maybe Nicholas Petit-Frere at left tackle. I don't know. But y'all, it's time. And for all my Titans fans, honestly, for all my NFL fans out there, y'all know what I'm saying is right. Y'all know it. Now, I told y'all, it's going to hurt, man. Getting rid of Tannehill, getting rid of Kevin Byard, Christian Fulton, Danico Autry. It's going to hurt getting rid of these dudes. Because every single one of those guys, man, they came up big for us and bringing this franchise back to being relevant. But at the end of the day, this is a business. We got to put our feelings aside, y'all. Whatever attachments we got to these players, you better unattach yourself to these players, y'all. Because they're going to be off this team. And it's time. It's time for a new direction. Because if not, as I stated earlier, we're going to go right back to where we were from 2009 to 2015. We're going to be mediocre or we're going to be very bad. And for all my Titans fans out there, y'all know whatever some horrible times for us. Because we went 7-9 and like 8-8, 6-10, 7-9. Then, like I said, 2014, we went 2-14. And 2015, we went 3-13. Man, it was hard being a darn Titans fan. People used to clown you during them years. I don't want to go back to that. I'm ready for my team to actually truly have a team that can contend year in and year out. And the only way we do that, get rid of these veterans. We appreciate everything. I'm going to tell y'all this before we get up out of here. Tannehill, Henry, Kevin Byard, Danico Autry, Christian Fulton. I appreciate everything y'all did for this franchise. Y'all made some incredible plays for us. You came up clutch for us. For Tannehill, Henry, and Byard. Y'all led us to an AFC Championship game. To Danico Autry and Christian Fulton. Y'all two were on the team that went 12-5 in 2021. Number one seed in the entire conference. But at the end of the day, and I'm going to keep saying this, y'all. This is a business. It's about wins and losses. Nothing else. This ain't about who we like. Ain't about who our favorite player is. It's not about, oh my goodness, we can't get rid of him because I like him. No. It's a business, y'all. It's about dubs and L's. Like my man Shannon Sharp always says, dubs and L's. And if you ain't winning, changes need to be made. Changes need to be made to this roster. And changes need to be made to this coaching staff. And that might start with the head coach himself, Mike Vrabel. Because it is time for the Titans to get back to what they were just in 2019, 20, and 21. We need to get back to those kind of teams. Not the teams from 2012, 2013, 14, 15. No, we don't need to be those teams, y'all. Listen, we won the division. We've hosted playoff games. We don't care about that no more. We are ready to compete with the big dogs in the AFC And we are ready to compete with the big dogs in the entire NFL. So I hope that the organization does what a lot of us fans, and mind you, I'm not the only one that said I want to see these players get traded. There's a lot of other Titans fans out there that will tell you. They'll tell y'all the same exact thing. It's time. It's gonna hurt when we see these players go. Because man, did they make some huge plays for us. But y'all, it's time to face the facts that this franchise is going nowhere very quickly. And we could be headed towards being an irrelevant team like we were a few years ago. Or we could face the facts, get rid of these veteran guys, see what we got in Will Levis, let him play. See what we got in these other young guys, let them play. So that way we can at least have some clarity on the future of this team. Because let's say even if Will Levis and some of these other young guys don't perform, that's great. Because now what? Heading into the offseason, at least we know what we need to address. Versus us heading into the offseason, we're like, I don't know. What position do we need? What do we need to do with this roster? No. It's time to figure that out right now, y'all. It's time to figure it out right now. This was another episode of the Zay Moolah Sports Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Y'all know I'm gonna end it, man. God bless. I love y'all. Y'all say it with me. Peace.